me too. Yeah, yeah, I've always had like weird dreams and stuff. Yeah. Well, I kind of believe in ghosts just because I've had some other experiences. Um, but at the same time, I try to be logical about it. And instead of just assuming that, it's a ghost or a otherworldly entity, what I'm listening to whenever, like, let's say we're here in the room right now, and we hear a weird sound coming from outside from the kitchen. I feel like a lot of people just instantly assume, or they like to tell themselves that this is paranormal activity. And my thought process, or at least what I try to be, is whenever I hear something going outside, I start trying to be logical about it. So right now, if you were to listen to a weird sound outside, instead of me just going like, "Hey, there's paranormal activity," and start freaking out, I would just think it's the cats, contraction of the house, air, or whatever it might be, or something vibrated when the AC unit kicked on. But there's a lot of things people like to talk about. Like you asked me the other day about the Winchester house mystery in California. And I'll say it's quite an interesting case, but at the same time, I do think what I do know is based on probably a lie. And I'm gonna be very quick with you. So pretty much, there's the Winchester family, and they are very rich, right? They have a lot of money, and you might be wondering where all this money come from. Well, it's very simple. They used to make rifles. So, and I don't remember the names, but the guy, which at that time was the, let's say, the head of the family, Winchester family, he died, and his wife was told by a psychic that she was being haunted by the spirits of the people killed by the Winchester rifles. So she was told that in order to keep the spirits from haunting her, what she had to do was to confuse them in a way. And the way she was going to confuse them is by pretty much building a house. So as she started building after her husband passed away, and that's why there's not footprint of the house. They're just stairs that lead to the ceiling, doors that lead to walls, doors that lead to nothing, doors that lead to drops, literally holes in the floor. And all this was meant to confuse the spirits of the souls of the people killed by the Winchester rifles. And therefore, there's no blueprint. Sorry, I'm getting a little sleepy already. So there's no footprints for anything related to the house. And That's why it's just a whole mess inside. It's pretty much a maze, a labyrinth. Um, and she even had windows that were looking to other rooms inside the house. So the Winchester house, although packed with mystery, I feel like it's more of a, you know, widow trying to, in a way, deal with the pain of losing her husband. And of course, the house is surrounded by mystery because it's gotta be a creepy place with all these fake rooms and stairs that lead to nowhere and doors that lead to nowhere, or the fact that you can die in one of the drops of these doors just to the sake of keeping the spirits away. And the construction of the house was happening in real time, which means 24/7 all the time up until the day she died. And now it just sits there in California, where a lot of tourists stop by and take a look at it. Like I said, I'm getting sleepy, and I started yapping, and I see you got sleepy as well. So let's just go to bed, and we'll keep talking about mysteries tomorrow.